Among the more traditional and fundamental questions which interest historians of empire is the nature of imperial control. In other words, what mechanisms did Britain employ to acquire and control the largest empire in world history? Earlier accounts were heavily influenced by narratives of military conquest and the analysis of political domination by Britain. Now, given Britain's meagre resources, both financial and military, for much of the period under consideration, it remains a basic challenge for historians to explain just how this was achieved. Particular interest has been shown in more subtle money-saving tactics, for example using locally recruited military manpower, first to secure British control and then to police Britain's new possessions as economically as possible. This concern to run the empire cheaply extended into the methods of government devised for Britain's new territories, methods intended to generate the minimum of hostility from local populations. This question is relevant because we always need to be careful not to overstate the degree of power Britain actually enjoyed in relation to its empire. In practice, despite the pomp and pageantry, there were often very real constraints on this power. Whereas in India, Britain opted for direct rule, effectively replacing the indigenous ruling elites. In the tropical colonies of Africa and Southeast Asia, wherever possible, Britain attempted to govern indirectly through existing local rulers. In both India and the tropical colonies, Britain's aim was to secure allies among the traditional local elite. In the so-called settler colonies, meanwhile, for example, Canada and Australia, the solution was effectively to transplant Britain's own system of government.